Hello, people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You know how we do it here. Another day, another scholarship. So, today we're going down to Ireland. This is one of the hidden treasures of international scholarships. So, this is a scholarship that gives full master's funding, and it also contains a general stipend and even travel costs. So, you don't have to worry about travel. You don't have to worry about tuition. You don't have to worry about things like insurance or living stipend. Everything is covered. You can't get better than this. So we're going to Ireland, and this particular scholarship is the Ireland Fellows Program. Ireland Fellows Program. And I've noticed that a number of people also get confused about the scholarship because there are several eligible countries, several eligible courses. So you might come across one and think that's the entirety of the scholarship, not knowing that there's another one somewhere. So I'll show you what I mean. So if I scroll down a little, you see the different categories of scholarship. So the first one on the list is Ireland Fellows Program Africa. And there are a number of eligible countries here, about I think 8 or 9 of them, or even 10 of them. And also the eligible courses: agriculture, health, education, human rights, computer science, engineering, business, and more. So there's a directory here where we can get the full gist of the courses available for this scholarship. So someone might look at this list and say, oh, it's not big enough, so probably I'm not eligible for this scholarship, and give up, but not knowing that there are several other categories here. So if we scroll down a little, you see another one: Ireland Palestine Scholarship Program. So for those from Palestine, and these are the eligible courses as well, similar to what we saw initially. So there's another one for Vietnam, there's another one for South Africa, and there's another one for the Caribbean countries, a number of countries, the island countries, Caribbean countries. So you have places like Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Dominica, Trinidad and Tobago, and the rest of them. And they also have the special courses. So for them, it's about sustainability, climate change, environment science, sustainable technology, etc. Then there's another category for Asia. And there you have Cambodia, Myanmar, and Laos, and also the eligible courses. And still another category for those from Burundi, and particularly for peace, international peace studies. And there's one particularly for Nigerians, and that's mostly for human rights, governance, law, human rights, human rights, and governance. Yes, I should get that correctly. And yet there's another one from those from Zambia, and these are the eligible courses, and then from Namibia. So you see, it's a very long list here, and probably you've come across one or two of them, and you thought you're not qualified because, or you're not eligible because your country wasn't in that one you saw. But probably if you check the long list or the varieties of categories, you might just be lucky and find your country and course as well in one of these categories. So I hope you find something here that suits you and something you're eligible for. And yeah, this is the first critical step we have to look at. And by the way, someone got the scholarship in this YouTube channel just a few months ago. So if I have the screenshot, if I can find it, I'll put a screenshot for you. And as a matter of fact, I think 3 to 4 people from this channel will be resuming at Ireland in September, October this year. So that's a beautiful news. So let's increase the number. Let's double or even triple the number. Let's send 8 people or 12 people next year for this scholarship. And one interesting thing about all these categories I've shown you of the Ireland scholarship is that they have the same closing date, and the closing date is on the 1st of August. 1st of August is the closing date for the Ireland Fellows Program if you're trying to apply against next year, 2022. So now we'll be looking at a number of them, not all of them, but a number of them. We'll be looking at the first one, and then the one for Nigerians, the one down there for Nigerians as well, the Casement Fellowship for Human Rights. So this is the first one, I believe. This is the first one, the Ireland Fellows Program Africa. And what you should know about this program is that they require work experience. So you need to have at least 2 years work experience, relevant work experience in a particular area, especially an area of interest of this scholarship, like public health, education, human rights. You could always read through the info here. And of course, we've seen the eligible countries already. We've seen the eligible countries already. So what is the mode of application? You're probably asking. How do I apply for the scholarship? Do I apply to the universities or do I apply to this the Irish body differently? Yes, as a matter of fact, there are two different applications. However, you are meant to begin with this one. So you have to apply to this Irish selection committee before you even go to the universities. You will see this in the instructions we'll look at shortly. So let's look at the legibility criteria, and then we would look at the special directory for this scholarship. So as usual, we've seen the number of countries eligible for this program, and they need either a first class, a 2-1, or even a 2-2. If you find the university in Ireland that accepts a 2-2, good for you. 2 years work experience in a relevant area. You should also have the relevant documents, meet the things like English language requirements for the course, things like meet the basic academic threshold for the course you intend to apply for. And you're also expected to select 3 courses from 3 different Irish universities. So there are other bits of info here you could read on your own. I just want us to rush through so we could look at the directory as well. So there are 3 major stages in this scholarship, especially for the one for this particular category, the Irish Fellows Program Africa. So there's the first category where you're meant to submit your documents, things like your transcript, your CV, and things like that. You submit that first. If you pass through that stage, you're called back in September. That congratulations, you passed the first stage. Then the second stage, you ask for a little bit of more documents. Probably they ask for recommendation then, and maybe an international passport or something. Then, if you pass through that process, then they invite you for an interview in the third stage. And it is in that third stage that they expect you to start applying to universities. So in the first stage, you mention a number of universities you wish to join, number of programs you wish to join. So it is when you get to the third stage that they actually encourage you to start applying to the universities. And of course, you could get the documents you want from here. Just click on this button that you meet the eligibility requirements, and it will show you the necessary documents that you need. And in this document, you see the available courses, you see the form you need to fill, and things like that. And we'll be checking them out soon as well. We'll be checking them out soon. So these are most of the info you see in these forms are the info I've talked to you about already. Things like work experience, like the areas of concentration, the courses available for this scholarship. So if you read here closely, it said fellowship applicants are advised not to apply for any program in Ireland until after they have been shortlisted for fellowship. For fellowship award following the interviews, that's the stage 3. So for now, you don't need to apply to any university. Just concentrate on this particular platform and look for how to apply on this platform. When you get to the stage 3, then you can apply for the scholarship. And this, of course, this document contains everything you need to know: the different eligible courses, the participating universities, their application and admissions criteria. You could see the courses here as well. The courses are here. So choose the ones that best align with your interests. Remember, you have things like health, education, development, sustainability. I can see finance here already. I can see economics. I could see things like marketing, like design. So lots of courses here. Look for what suits your interest. Look for what suits your qualification. There are lots of directories here you could still look at your free time. Check the different application process. As I said, there are three major processes. One, you submit your documents, general documents like um, transcript, probably a CV showing that you worked for 2 years and things like that. And of course, there's an application form we're looking at shortly as well. The application form as well. Then, if you pass that stage, you might be invited to show more documents like your referees, your international passports. Then you pass that stage. Then you go to the interview. Then you move to the interview. So everything is clarified here. Read through the document. It is well explained. So this is what the application form looks like. It's very direct. Ask you basic questions about yourself, your country of origin, your address, your age, and things like that. Grades you got in school, your qualification, your if you have English requirements already, or if you're going to take it in the future, just write the date you intend to take it. And I think this scholarship prioritizes IELTS over any other kind. But if you have any other kind, please state it there. Probably TOEFL or something else. Or read through the document if there's a way to get an English language waiver as well. So you have sections for work experience. You have the section to mention the three um, program in Ireland, the three programs in Ireland that you wish to apply for. Remember, you don't need to apply for them yet. Just mention that if you get to the final stage, these are the courses you're likely to apply for. These are the courses you're likely to apply for. And of course, they'll ask you, why do you want to study in the program? What are your career goals? How does this connect to things like the SDGs? So if you have a very clear career goal, these are not very difficult questions to ask in the first place, and difficult questions to answer in the first place. What are your career aspirations? How will this master's help your career aspiration? Um, how is this connected to the SDG goals in your country? And how does this contribute to what Ireland is doing already in your country of origin? So of course, guys, it's a very straightforward form, and you don't need to actually write too much or talk too much. The essays you have to even write here are very short. I think 80 words, very short and straight to the point. So if you have the clear goal, this wouldn't be a problem for you. So remember, there are other awards as well. Remember, we're supposed to look at this as well. This is actually for those from Nigeria, the Casement Fellowship in Human Rights. So it's for those interested in human rights affairs, law, governance, conflict management, and things like that. So similar to what we saw earlier, you're required to have the necessary work experience, a minimum of 2 years work experience, have the required language requirements, have for this is for Nigerians, so have the Nigerian citizenship as well. And of course, remember the three stages we talked about. It's quite similar as well. The first one, you submit a number of documents. The second one, they may ask for references and probably your international passport as well. Then the third is for the interviews. As usual, if you meet the requirements, you click on the button, you show the documents, and then with these documents, you can get the forms that you need to fill. The forms that you need to fill for the scholarship. So this is the Casement Award. It's very similar to what we saw with the first one, the African Fellowship Award. So all the courses are here as well. So you could look at the available courses here. Remember, these courses are for human rights, governance related issues. So check for them and see which one best align with your interest. You could also see the applications requirements for these courses as well. They give the requirements, both the language requirements and the academic requirements for these courses. So you could always check them out. And there's also a form as well, like the one we saw earlier. There's also a form for the Casement Fellowship for Human Rights, similar to the one we saw for the African Fellow Scholarship. And remember, there are more, but we won't be looking at all of them because the applications requirements are quite similar. But pay attention to the country eligibility, or to the eligible countries and the eligible courses, and there try to find whether you fit in any of these categories. There are a number of them here. Check whether you fit into any of these categories. So that's it, guys, bringing to you once again fully funded master's scholarship. So as I said, somebody from this channel got the scholarship last year and will be resuming, I think, in September or October. And we have a number of, I think, about 3 or 4 more people going to Ireland, either for PhD or for masters this year. So let's double that number, or let's even triple that number. Let's send 12 people to Ireland by next year. So I know it's possible, guys. It's not just wishful thinking. With hard work, with dedication, with competitive applications, this is possible. Remember, the deadline is on the 1st of August, not too far away. So start putting things together, and I wish you good luck. Bye bye for now.